Welcome to the 24/7 Sports Channel for yet another major announcement here. We have South Kent School and New York Wren's big man, Papa Kante, who is ready to make his pick. He has taken his game to new levels in recent months. He was one of the top rebounders in the EYBL, averaged almost a double-double, 10 points and 8 rebounds per game. He's 6'10" with a 7'4" wingspan. You could see he barely had to leave his feet there to dunk that basketball. He's a big man who has expanded his game offensively. He can stretch the floor. He's really taken a lot of pride, along with his high school coach, Rafael Chilius, of developing that face-up game. But this is where he is at his best, his ability to run the floor, slide his feet, rebound the basketball. Here's that shooting range we were talking about. So a potential inside-out big man who is down to 5 schools. You see Maryland, Memphis, Michigan, Pittsburgh, and Rutgers all make Papa Kante's top schools. So without further ado, we are going to go directly to the South Kent School. And there he is, Papa Kante. Papa, welcome to the broadcast.
Thank you. Thank you, Shadow.
Thank you. So, Papa, tell us about your journey to this point, how you got to South Kent School and how the recruiting process has gone for you.
Oh, man, it's been a long journey. So I just came here like almost 3 years ago. I have 3 years like in 6 days. So I come to South Kent. Before I come to South Kent, I went to school. So it was tough for me, but so it was the COVID year come, so it was tough. But thanks to God, after that, I know Coach Chilius, so and he been recruiting me. So after that, I decided to come to South Kent. So he have me since then. So I was here, but I get welcomed with a lot of people. Before that, I have my host mom here. She been with me since I've been here. Cause she was with me, Mom Griffiths. When I was playing with Aspiration, they all with me. So coming to South Kent was I think one of the best decisions I ever take. I've been here working hard. My parents motivate me every time. Coming to South Kent too, it was not easy. It was not easy road, but I have Coach Chilius. He been help me on the game, how to play defense, how to be a good teammate, how to be a good player. I been so it wasn't not easy, but thanks to God, right now I've been playing and have a lot of offers. So all those things because of God and my parents, because everything they have told me to hard work and dedication. So it wasn't that easy, but yeah, thanks to God, Allah, I'm here. So.
Well, I'll tell you what, having watched you play for the last 3 years, it is obvious the hard work you've put in because we've seen you get better, not just offensively. We've seen your body develop. We've seen you become a dominant rebounder and now a shot blocker. So the hard work is paying off. And as you said, it led to a variety of different scholarship offers. And I know you've got 5 schools right now. Very excited to see where you were going to be making your pick. But before you make that announcement, and I know you mentioned a lot of people right there, is there anyone else you would like to thank?
Yes. First and foremost, I want to thank Allah, God, for blessing me by allowing me to open to play, to wake up and play the games that I love. I want to thank all the coaches who have been recruiting me. They take the time to know me as a person. I have a career a good relationship. I want to thank my host Mom Amy, and all his family, and all my brother. I want to thank Mom Griffiths and his family. My coaches from back home, Coach Gujabi. Thank you for teaching me basketball since I was then. Coach Chilius, thank you for being a mentor, a coach for me. What can describe how much what can describe how much I'm grateful to have you, because it wasn't me coming here, I don't think I would be in this position too, because I work hard, but I have someone who can mentor me and do everything for me on the court, off the court. So I want to tell you thank you. Last and not least, I want to thank my family, Mom, Dad. I know you guys watching me right now, and you guys told me respect and everything. and hard work. I was not sure to be here at this position, but thanks to God, you guys are my motivation. I cannot do it without you, my brother. I love you guys. You guys are my motivation. You guys motivate me every time I step in the floor. I cannot thank you guys enough. Just for my mom and my dad, Hanawari. With that being said, I decided that I'm going to take my talent to Michigan University.
Look at that. I think they broke the sound barrier over there at the South Kent School. Very exciting moment there for Papa Kante. Papa, can you hear me? There's Coach Chilius getting a hug from Marco Jackson behind him. His host mom. All right, Papa, congratulations. Papa, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you a little bit, yeah.
All right, congratulations. So, why Michigan?
I can't hear you now. I can't hear you. Tell him to be quiet.
You got to ring that bell. Why did you decide to commit to Michigan? Why was it that Michigan was your choice?
First of all, it was like the relationship I have with Coach John Howard. Like since day one, he showed me at the gym. Like he didn't come watch me, but he just come to the gym, was watching another kid. But like the first time he showed me, he just loved my game, loved me as a person. Like how I'm a good teammate, all those things, you know. And like we carry a relationship. And like I went there first time, I visited, I really love it. I said, all right, I'm taking another one. And I take another one, and I feel love on the more because I see all the players there. It's kind of like a family, you know. All the assistant coach, all the coaches there, they're kind of family. And Coach Howard love Michigan, and it's kind of family there, and that's why I choose Michigan, and it's a good fit where I can go and develop, you know, compete, you know, get better. Coach Howard knows the game, so he will teach me, and I'm willing to learn. So that's why I choose Michigan.
Well, Papa, I tell you what, we've done a lot of these commitments, but this one was extra special. I want to thank you for doing it with us here today. It was great to hear about your journey and all the people, both back home and at South Kent, who've helped you along the way. So now it's time to go celebrate, my man. You have a good night, all right?
Thank you, Mr. Adam. Thank you. Go blue.
Go blue. Go blue indeed. There you go. All right, Papa Kante, 4 stars, number 91 in the national class, one of the top big men in the country. And now we're going to bring in Sam Webb, who is the publisher of Michigan Insider, who can help us break down what exactly Papa Kante's commitment means for Juwan Howard in the Wolverines. Sam, what's going on, man?
Nothing much, Adam. How are you?
I'm good, thanks. So tell me, what does this mean for Juwan Howard?
It means another big man. I mean, if you are a big man and you're being recruited in the cycle that Juwan Howard is serving as coach of the University of Michigan, you're looking at a guy that develops every aspect of your game, offensively and defensively. And one of the interesting things for me watching Papa this summer was seeing him be very intentional and see his coach at the time, Andy Borman, be very intentional about letting him step away from the rim and shoot threes. And if you've watched, for instance, Hunter Dickinson's, his maturation as a Wolverine, that's one of the things that you've really seen. And I think that's one of the things that resonated with Papa. But what he can do from day one, and one of the things that'll get him on the court early, is Papa plays defense. You know this, Adam. He is a high motor, high energy guy. You can switch everything with him on the floor. He can stay in front of smaller, quicker guys. He will run the floor. That is something that, especially for Juwan Howard, who defense is at a premium. for him. I think that'll get you on the floor before the offense will, and that's what he's getting in Papa from day one, a guy who is going to be committed on the defensive end of the floor.
You're 100% right about so many different things there, Sam. You know, for someone who's 6'10" with a 7'4" wingspan and just a chiseled frame, it's really very impressive how well he can move laterally. So I think there's let me put it to you this way, because I think he can guard some fours. Is there a world in which we could see him and Terrace Reed on the floor together next year?
You know, it's interesting. I just talked to Phil Martelli about this the other day about can we see Terrace and Hunter on the court together. In short, I'll say yes. I don't know that we would see it initially. You know, they practice looks like that before they deploy them on the floor. So that's what they're running into right now. Really, they go against each other in practice right now. It might be an evolution that you see over time, but really it depends on, you know, who can be the drag guy, who can be the guy, the high guy and the high low. Terrace will tell you that can be him, that he is accomplished. He's more accomplished as a shooter and a passer than people give him credit for. And I think you know, Papa is trying to get to that point. So provided that they can have the requisite skills on the offensive end of the floor, one of them at least, then yeah, you could play them together. I have no doubt that defensively, Adam, that both of those guys will be able to guard fours, even quicker fours. Will they be able to handle it on the offensive end? That is totally dependent upon if one of them can really develop their face-up skills away from the rim. Both seem to be on that track.
Yeah, and you know, the other interesting thing is it's usually the defensive end that's the harder transition for a big guy when he gets to the college level, if he's trying to kind of guard some smaller guys. But I think your point is a good one. We know Papa, with his length, with his lateral quickness, is going to have some defensive versatility up front. Offensively, the fit is going to be very interesting, especially if Hunter goes on and leaves after his junior year. Sam, what else can we expect from Michigan on the recruiting trail this year? This is Juwan Howard's first commitment in the class of 2023 now, but we are looking at 3 consecutive top 10 national classes in the previous 3 recruiting cycles. So what else can we expect in the coming year?
It's all about Isaiah Collier right now.
Okay.
I mean, they are like a handful of other teams right now, right? Really chasing after the number 1 player in the country, extremely hard. I think he had an excellent official visit. I think his entire family sort of felt how his fit, felt the development, felt like, all right, this is a coach with his experience, both as a player and as a coach at the NBA level, knows what it takes to help get him to that point. But the competition is stiff. I wouldn't be surprised if we see Michigan make another trip down there here in the next week or so. You know, he is closing in on a decision. I know there's a lot of USC smoke, a lot of Cincinnati smoke, but I haven't sensed Michigan conceding that at any point. I mean, people didn't even know Michigan was in that race with Isaiah Collier, and they've done a great job building that relationship. He is the guy. He's been the guy for them for some time. He's going to be the guy for them until he says he's going someplace else.
Well, that is great intel. Sam, it has been awesome having you on this broadcast. I really appreciate you joining us. Your insight and knowledge of the Michigan program is second to none. And I can't thank you enough for joining us here today on what is a first of potentially many big nights this year for the Michigan basketball program on the recruiting trail. So for more information, you can visit themichiganinsider.com. Follow all the latest, the Wolverines, not just basketball, but also football, and of course, recruiting. And then, of course, you can visit 247sports.com for both the story on Papa Kante's commitment as well as subsequent analysis. As always, if you have liked what you've seen here tonight, please be sure to like, subscribe, and visit us in the future. We've got more commitments coming to you in the coming days. And until then, we'll see you soon.